The memories of youth, for my youth now seems like a distant dream. Therefore, let us journey back there like a magician with the gift of time travel. There comes a moment in every young cinephile's life when the appeal of a video rental store is simply irresistible. In my case, it was a humble establishment, nestled in the heart of our small seaside town, its neon sign flickering like a beacon of cinematic wonder amongst the dreary landscape of boarded-up shops and scruffy pubs where the locals would spit and smoke outside the doors, chuck pints of beer and swear and curse just for the fun of it. Picture, if you will, a bright afternoon. The year was, well, let's not get too bogged down in the details, but suffice to say the world was a simpler place. Armed with pocket money and a modest allowance from my grandmother that fueled an insatiable curiosity, I embarked on a quest that would forever mark my film-making journey. This local video rental store was a treasure trove of cinematic treasures and oddities, a place where the shelves were lined with VHS tapes, each one a gateway to another universe, another story, another adventure. And on that fateful day, something fixed my eyes on one particular title, just below its brilliant photographic poster in the front window. The Evil Dead. Now, one must understand that this was an era before the internet, before streaming services, and before instant gratification. To lay hands on a coveted film, one had to venture out into the world, interact with the human beings who inhabited it, and abide by the rules of the rental store. I struggled through the stiff door of the establishment. The smell of aging videotapes, cigarette smoke, cheap perfume, and stale cannabis greeted me. The storekeeper was a wise and slightly cantankerous sod, with an eye for the ladies. Mind you, the only ones I ever saw him with resembled toothless old hags. He peered over his spectacles and nodded in acknowledgement. He knew me well, for I and my sister were regular visitors, and my youthful enthusiasm for cinematic treasures was a frequent topic during brief exchanges. With a nod, I trudged to the horror section, the holy grail for any budding horror aficionado. There, amid the rows of chilling titles and spine-tingling cover art, it stood, The Evil Dead. The mere sight of its box sent a shiver down my spine and a thrill through my heart. I approached the counter with a sense of both anticipation and trepidation. The storekeeper, who had likely seen generations of young minds pass through his doors, raised an eyebrow and inquired, "You sure about this one, lad?" I nodded with a confidence that belied my tender years. I had heard whispers and rumours about the film, tales of its gore and terror, stories of its cult following. It was a rite of passage, a film that separated the casual viewers from the true enthusiasts, and I was determined to prove I had the mettle to watch it. With a transaction that involved neither blood nor incantations, I exited the store clutching that precious VHS tape. It was a triumph, a conquest, a journey into the unknown. I had embarked on an adventure that would shape my cinematic tastes and fuel my imagination for years to come. And so, reader, it was with a mixture of excitement and curiosity that I popped that tape into the VCR and pressed play. Little did I know that The Evil Dead would be just the beginning of a lifelong love affair with the world of cinema, a passion that continues to burn brightly within me to this day. When that blazing fiery sun dipped below the horizon, and the shadows stretched like eager phantoms with spiderweb fingers along the ceiling, I settled into the coziness of my family's living room. The VHS tape labelled The Evil Dead poised to transport me into the heart of cinematic terror. I must confess that the sheer audacity of my undertaking left me both thrilled and trembling with trepidation. I had seen the trailer during a commercial break on the TV, heard rumours and whispers about the film, of demons, necromancy, and a lone hero facing unspeakable evil. Ironically, a family friend had taken his girlfriend on a date to the cinema to watch it. A bad idea, as she vomited into his lap during the performance and abruptly quit the cinema before giving him a firm slap around the face. However, I was undeterred, for childhood is a time of daring, and cinema is a realm of boundless anticipation. When eventually the tape whirred to life, a cacophony of thunder and ominous music filled the room. The film's opening shot, with its eerie tracking angle through a dense, forbidding forest, sent chills down my spine.